This team is going to take on the identity of this city, all right? And this city's been down, and it found a way to get up, all right? It's found a way to overcome adversity, all right? And so this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. All right, and on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
What's up, everybody? What is going on? Shout out to the 2 people in the building. I think one is probably me. It is early Sunday morning, the 3rd of October, and I'm here with my man, MICROMIKE. We're going to talk some Detroit Lions before we watch some Detroit Lions. MICROMIKE, what's going on, man?
Hey, it is Sunday, a little bit raining here in Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
I am ready to get our first win.
Man,
I've not felt victory in a while. I'm ready for it today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Let me just address the elephant in the room. My mustache, I had the wrong guard, and I cut most of it off. That's number 1. Number 2, we gotta just reflect 1 minute, Mike, because I want to talk about this real quick. Had a lot of, I know you said you didn't really get a lot of trolly Ravens fans, but I got all of them for you, man. So with the Baltimore Ravens game, Ravens fans were saying that CBS's clock didn't match the scoreboard. The broadcast didn't match the stadium. Did you hear anything about that in the week since the Ravens game?
No, I haven't heard a thing about it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it from a legacy media. I haven't heard it from a local media. And unlike your Ravens fans, no one said anything. So that's definitely, I think some of the people that said that to you, their IQ was off. A couple seconds.
That's been the defense for the Ravens win. They couldn't say that, we almost beat them, but it was, I have never heard this in the 3 years I've been talking sports on this, that the game clock was off sync. Yeah, we didn't get an apology from the NFL. Nobody got fired. So anyway, we're gonna move on to the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, we go to Soldier Field today to face Justin Fields. We already knew he was gonna start, but they act like it was breaking news yesterday. Lions are looking to get their first win, Mike. I know we did our videos on this, man, and we both projected that the Lions were going to win this game, man. But what gives you the confidence, not necessarily confidence, but why do you think that the Lions can pull off this and get their first win in 7 games, man? We're on a 7-game in-season losing streak, 10 overall, and we need to break this, man. So what gives you the thought that we can beat the Chicago Bears?
You win in the trenches, and the Chicago Bears offensive line is the worst in the NFL. It is gutter trash line. It's really bad. We're talking about, you gave Justin P. Fields last week 0.08 seconds until he had pressure on him. That's unheard of. I don't even know. That's got to be a breaking record, in my opinion. It's got to be.
So he didn't even have a second to throw the ball.
He didn't have a second to throw the ball. And I understand Cleveland Browns' defensive line's really good, but that is a different level. That is a really bad offensive line. And with our defensive line's not that bad. It's not.
No,
I think we're going to get some pressure on Justin P. Fields, and he's going to probably throw an interception or 2.
Yeah, I know he got sacked 9 times. Myles Garrett had 4.5 of those, and they only put up, I forgot how many points, but Mike, they only averaged 13 points a game after 3 games. And I think we can beat them, man. Like you said, offensive line, our defensive line has been okay. I think it's going to continue to step up. Maybe we'll get an Austin Bryant to come in there as well. Justin Fields, it's funny because you and I were talking about this, and this is my first win of the season. This is, other than the gut feeling in week 2, this was like the first win that I predicted all season long. And we need to get this win, man. We need to snap this losing streak and get this win. I know we are 1-5 against Matt Nagy. I don't know if you knew that, but we're 1-5 against Matt Nagy, the guy that's looking to probably get fired this year if he doesn't do something with this franchise. And we're 1-5 against Matt Nagy. Our 1 win coming Matt Patricia's first game that he didn't coach. So his whole tenure, bro, his entire tenure, we are winless against the entire division. We have not beat the division except that one game. So, and we got the Minnesota Vikings next week. But I think we can get this win. The thing, what do you think the key is going to be, Mike, to get a win today, bro?
Look, we got to stop at the flags. The flags has been ridiculous the last couple weeks. Every time, how are you consistently getting false starts at your own stadium? That, you know, the crowd's going to be really loud there in Chicago. We got to stop with the freaking penalties. We shooting ourselves in the foot every time there's a penalty. When we're on a drive, specifically offensively, we know the drive's going to end every single time. I need to count a stat there. If you get a offensive penalty, how many times the drive stalls out at that point. Defensively, we got to stop doing pass interference. We don't need to hit the quarterback. We don't need to give any more time for the Bears to have offensive playing field. We don't need to give their offense any more help. We can't win making errors. We have to be 100% like on board because we just don't have that ability.
Yeah, exactly. And you made a really good point about the penalties last week. I know we, are pretty animated during the streams, man. And when my man runs out of bounds willfully, which negated a fumble that was recovered by us, that's a game-changing situation. The offensive penalties, like you said, once they start, that's a good stat to bring up. Once they start happening, it seems like the offense goes backwards. We have to stop that, bro. We have to stop that. Now, I know, I think it was it Aaron Glenn or somebody this week that said DeAndre Swift was going to get like more of a load. So he's going to start to become that feature running back that, you and I have been talking about and the fella's been talking about for a year and a half now. We got to get our running backs in this game, Mike. We do, man. We got to take some pressure off Jared Goff. He hasn't been playing well, making Stafford look MVP right now. But we got to do that, man. Do you think we get DeAndre Swift more involved this game?
Yeah, I do. The Cleveland Browns ran all over the defense of the
Kareem
Chicago
Hunt is
Bears.
on my fantasy squad, so thank you very much.
They were running wild, and I think the Detroit Lions have proven they can run the football. The question is not the running backs. It's not the offensive line. The question is, will they just stick to it? Will the coaching stick to it? It's been effective, extremely effective. Our running game is really good. Like if we stayed with it like a normal team, we would be probably top 10 rushing team in the NFL, but we have to stick to it. We stick to it from first quarter to the last quarter. You can win the game. You can win the game. DeAndre Swift is a very good player. He and Jamal Williams, it's like a great 1-2 combination. It doesn't really matter who's in the backfield with those two. You're going to get some yards. So absolutely. And the Bears defense has shown that they can get ran on. And I think that is a great way to exploit their deficiency on defense, in which they got a good defense. I'm not saying they don't, but that is a weakness.
Detroit Legend Sportscast says, what's up, fellas? The Lions will make the Bears look like an elite team. Well, we usually do that, Willie.
That's facts. It does.
I think that we win this game, though. It doesn't matter, though, because you're going to go to the game. So next time they come to Detroit, you will be there. Mike, so we got a guy that will be a non-factor today, second week in a row. Mr. Trey Flowers is out today.
Yes, I don't even care because he was out last week and our defense was better. I think that Trey Flowers will be out his way in Detroit. I think I think that he probably gets traded before the trade deadline. You're right, Legendary Sportscast. It's not trash because it's ineffective. It's trash because we just don't stick to it. I mean, our average is very good. I think it's 4.5. I think it's around there.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right. I got to pull it up right now. D. Reese, what's going on, man? Says if we limit penalties and our receivers find a way to get open, we might have a chance. I think the Bears win today. Wow. Okay, D. Reese, I'm feeling a little change of the guard there, my friend. Not to say that he's been on the Kool-Aid, but yeah, I think Mike, that loss last week was deflating, bro. You got a lot of YouTube creators that we have differences of opinion. We have a projection on the season and each game. And I don't know if any other, I don't know how many YouTubers had us 0-3 to start the season, except us, other than the whole gut feeling that I had, which, first half was proving me right. Let me see. The Detroit Lions, the Chicago Bears allow rushing yards 119 rushing yards allowed, and we average 114. So we can run on.
I'll see you on Thanksgiving there, Detroit Legendary Sportscast.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He says what did he say? I'm only going to the Thanksgiving Day game. I'm selling the rest of my tickets. Hey, Willie, we've heard that before, bro. This is your third year, and you there every year, bro. Every year.
You're a Lions fan, man. Even though you hate it and it sucks, we're still Lions fans. We still are.
Yeah.
But meet up with me there on Thanksgiving. I got tickets to go, and it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, D. Reese says, "What's up, Derek? Man, I just haven't seen enough of our offense at all. I like our backs, our O-line, but our receivers are terrible, and they don't give us enough juice." I know we were really hard on them, Mike, this year, and I agree with D. Reese somewhat, but I like what I saw out of Raymond last week. You know what I mean? We knew that we weren't going to have that pure number one, and then he goes out. He's not. Is he in today? Well, I don't know if he's on the injury report.
He was questionable.
Okay,
coming into it, I think he's going to play. I would expect, but Khalif Raymond has been a guy that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
he may be. He would be a very good slot receiver. Like when we get a number one receiver, I would love Khalif Raymond just sitting in the slot. I think this guy, he gets separation. He catches everything. He's tiny. He's 5'8". He's a small fry. But this small fry can catch the football, man.
Yeah.
So,
and we saw that in training camp, Mike. We saw how small he was, man, making plays. So, yeah, I you know what, D. Reese, I agree, kind of like somewhat on that. We haven't really had a receiver to stand out. TJ Hawkinson caught 2 balls last week, 10 yards, and is still our leading receiver after 3 games. And, it's we got to get this ball rolling. I mean, like I said, we're on to face the Minnesota Vikings next week. So I think if we have any chance at even putting up a fight against them, we've got to start gaining some momentum today. And I know, Mike, you and I have been talking about Jared Goff and stuff like that. And Jared Goff, he has to do better. He is something that right now, that is 2 things that I really despise about JG. And yes, it's coming from me. One is the way that he doesn't go through his reads. It seems like he will have his eyes locked on one guy. We saw guys open last week for first downs, and he missed them. He's got to do better. And even worse than that for me, bro, is Jared Goff. He does this spin move. He starts going backwards, and he does a spin move. There are not many quarterbacks that can turn their back to a defense. You're not Lamar Jackson. You're not Patrick Mahomes. You're not Josh Allen. You can't turn your back, man. And every single time he does that, we lose another 5 to 7 yards. Jared Goff has to be better, man. He has to get it rolling today. Mike, what are your thoughts on JG?
Yeah, look, he is what we thought he was going to be. Okay, I mean, I've never said this guy was a great quarterback. I say he's a 15 to 20. Per stats, he's a 15 to 20 quarterback. That's exactly what he is. He does need to go through his progressions a little bit, no doubt about it. He has to do that. You kind of wonder, is it the progressions, or is it lack of separation in some of these receivers? I know some are open for sure, but in the back of your mind, if you're a quarterback, do you trust it fully? Maybe not, but yeah, he definitely does need to get better. He needs to read through his progressions. He has time in the pocket. Okay, this offensive line is giving him time, unless it's the blitz. That's a different scenario.
Yeah,
and he needs to do better in the first half, definitely. And I think we need to run the football more to help him out. That's the whole point, man. We cannot be throwing the football more than running.
I agree 100%.
It's ridiculous at this point. I thought for sure that we would be a team that is 50-50 run. We're not. We're not. Want to help Jared Goff outrun the football, and it's going to give him more time in the pocket. You give the receivers a little more time for separation, and that will give you some confidence.
And that's the thing, man. Like, let me see how many. Let me bring this in real quick. I'll add this real quick. Let me blow it up just a wee bit so you guys can see it. The Detroit Lions, man, we haven't been we haven't really been, to me, committing to the run like we should. And we've been covering this game long enough that we know that you have to be able to run the ball. You've got to continue to do that. And these guys it seems like they start, Mike, and then they get away from it, bro. Every time. And I think that's a recipe for a disaster. So last week we did have 27 rushing attempts, but look at this average right here as well. So we gotta find a way. Baltimore had almost two yards more than us in average. So we got to find a way to get that run game really going. You and I and the fellas were talking about this off the air about the explosive play inability. And we kind of need to get that going as well, bro. We don't have a Kenny Galladay, even Marvin Jones at this point. So I don't even know how many 20-plus yards receptions that any of our receivers have. So like you said, is it a lack of him not going through his reads, or is it a lack of, not enough separation? I mean, like you said, there are guys wide open, and he seems 100%. To miss those. But we got to get some down the field plays as well, Mike. We got to.
Yeah, it'll happen. Bro. That will occur next year. We just don't have the talent. And I want to be frank with everybody. We do not have the talent right now. We don't have playmakers. We're not the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, my God.
We don't have these guys that make the big-time plays. We just don't.
Yeah.
And our quarterback can't do that right now. He's not a elite quarterback at all. He's an average quarterback. So if you want to get these big-time plays, you're going to have to get talent on this football team. And I think we should draft a quarterback. I've talked about it before. That help the explosive plays out, but it is what it is, man. It's going to be a long season. We've expected this. I've been saying it. We're not going to the playoffs. We're not a 10-win football team again.
Neither one.
We're not getting 10, 13 wins. And if we lose today, to me, this is a must win. We lose today, 0-7 is legitimate.
Oh yeah. We got the Minnesota Vikings week 5. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals week 6, and then Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams week 7. At that point, we probably will be, I think, Mike, I don't know, man. Will the Jets get a win by then? Will the Jags almost should have got a win?
They will, because the Jags and Jets face each other, and the Texans. All these like bottom tier teams face each other, except for the Lions. We face nothing but playoff teams.
Two-Tone Zone is in the building. What's up, man? Says, sup, fellas? I picked the Lions to win this game. What's good, bro? I know your receivers have been, they went off and to camp somewhere, bro. So do you guys got anybody catching the ball over there? That's what's up, man. Shout out to Two-Tone Zone, man. Titans fans, make sure you check out their channel growing over here. I see you, man. Heading to 1,000, bro. D. Reese says, can I ask you guys a draft question? Well, Mike, it's week 4, and it's right about that time for you. So go right ahead, D. Reese.
Depends what type of draft question. I start looking at prospects after today, or I start tomorrow.
Okay, Mike, is that based on a win or a loss?
It's based on it doesn't matter. Okay,
So 1 and 3, you off to the draft. Oh my God!
Hey, look, man, 1 and 3, I'm off to the draft. I will be off to the draft after this game starting Monday. It is week 4. I said we'd start at week 4. I'm gonna really get into the draft and look at all these prospects. It's a long time though, folks. It takes a long time to look at all these players. There's a ton of players. I don't look at highlights. I look at just the games. So it just takes a little bit of time.
Man. Hey, listen. So chat. Mike is saying quarterback. Now, Mike, you're saying quarterback in 2022. You want to take a quarterback? Okay. Do you have one in mind?
I do like Malik Willis. I like his dual threat ability. I'm liking dual threat, man. I think he can make some big time plays. And here's the thing about a quarterback. We draft a quarterback. He doesn't need to play week 1 next year. We got Jared Goff for another year. He's going to be on this team next year.
Yes.
His contract states he will be on this team. So we can do like the San Francisco 49ers did. Draft a quarterback and let him sit there for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying here. You let him develop, and we'll see. We'll see where we're at in the draft.
Yeah. Well, I'm high on a marinating quarterback, man. Let him marinate, saute a little bit, get used to kind of this NFL game. I wouldn't mind maybe a Trey Lance type of thing, man, where you got him involved early. Not necessarily like an Aaron Rodgers where you don't see anything for 3 years, but I wouldn't mind that as well. Daniel, what's up, man? I told you weren't blocked, bro. Says, do you think I think us should trade away Goff and 2 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. Well, I'll just go ahead and say right now, they're not going to take 2 first-round picks. They want 5 or 6 players, and I think at least 3 first-round picks. If you got 2 for Matthew Stafford, bro, there's no way. I mean, like, Deshaun Watson is a 10-year, a decade franchise quarterback at least. He's up there with, with that Patrick Mahomes type, window. So I would say there's no way he goes for 2. What you think, Mike?
He's not going to be a Detroit Lion. He's got a no trade clause.
Yeah,
it's
he has
not
to
going to
want to
happen.
go
He's
wherever
not going to be a
yeah.
Detroit Lion. As much as I'd love his talents, he's not. If there's a team he goes to, it'd probably be like the Miami Dolphins when he gets traded, or the Philadelphia Eagles, because I know they're pretty interested. But Detroit, he's not going to come here.
I say he goes to Miami. I really think Miami is Deshaun Watson away from being competitive. This stupid ESPN. Okay, let me mute that. All right, so here we go. D. Reese, this is if you're watching this, if you watch this on playback and you're not a Detroit Lions fan and you make it 20 minutes into the video, this is where we're at. Says we're talking draft week 4. Okay, my draft question is, do we draft a QB with one of the top 3 picks, which will be 2 in the first and 1 in the second? Or do we address wide receiver with defense with top 3 picks? Wide receiver, defensive back, linebacker, or QB, wide receiver, defensive back? Well, Mike, probably you would go with that second one, right? Because you want a quarterback.
There's a want and what I think they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Totally 2 different scenarios. 100% completely different scenarios. I'm going to tell you what I want. I want a quarterback. I've been telling these guys for a long time, I want a freaking quarterback. I want to get a game changer. Is that going to happen? Probably not. They're probably going to go like a Thibodeau, get that defensive end. Maybe get Rattler is there with that second first round draft pick at the end of the first round.
Okay, Mike, is Thibodeau going to be a Myles Garrett? You think he's going first overall? I mean, right now, tentatively.
It depends who's there. If it's going to be the Jaguars, yeah. If it's going to be the Jets, yeah, they already got their quarterbacks. They're not going to draft a quarterback. If it's the Atlanta Falcons or the Detroit Lions, that could be different. So it just depends on what team is there. But look, I want a quarterback, but I don't think that's what they're going to do. I'm starting to believe that they really just go defense here. They go Thibodeau if he's available, and then the second first round draft pick, maybe they go linebacker. But, my personal opinion, I just want quarterback.
You just hey, well, Mike, we missed ours, man. We missed ours.
Justin Herbert.
We could have had one, bro, and that's gonna haunt us for a long time. I really do think that's gonna haunt us for a long time, man. Especially if Jeff Okudah is not on this team in 2 years. That's gonna be tough.
I said it, man. I said this.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I've been saying this. I said this was a mistake. And man, oh man, I will not get up over this until we get a franchise quarterback.
And we get to watch him tomorrow night, and that's gonna be nice. D. Reese, I think, man, I'm going with probably kind of a mixture of the 2, bro. I think defensive end, I think linebacker, I think safety. I mean, we need a wide receiver in the first 4 picks. So I could see defense in the first round. But it all depends on who's coming out and where they're coming out, because right now the Lions are picking 4th, if I'm not mistaken. We are currently in the top 5 draft picks. And the Rams right now are truly looking like 32. As much as that pains me to say, they are looking like the 32nd pick. And just to put this out here, I've been saying this. I'm not going to dwell too long on it. There's a Kurt Warner movie that's coming out, and he used to play for the Rams, right? Also, where do the Rams play the Super Bowl, or where's the Super Bowl being played? SoFi Stadium. So I wouldn't be too much of a thought for the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I'm just, it pains me to say that, bro, but that's where I'm at with that. So D. Reese, I think, man, you got to go defense. Jared Goff, like Mike was saying, is on this team for at least another year. We got to do it, man. We got to do it. What's up, Roaring? What's going on, man? James is in the building. Saw him at training camp. What's up? What's up, Jay? Partly Cloudy says if they don't win today, it's on.
If the Lions don't win today, 0-7.
0-7. 0-7.
I don't. How are you? If we can't beat the Bears are the easiest team on this schedule.
That's
how you gonna beat the Bengals 3-1? How you gonna beat the Rams? who is undefeated. How you gonna beat the Minnesota Vikings, who's starting to be on fire right now?
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
Those are our next 3 opponents: Vikings, Bengals, and the LA Rams. I will be in California, 3 hours off right now, waking up to see probably decimation, man. I see everybody. What's up, Rasco? What's going on, man? D. Reese says, dropping all the questions today, says, I want Jeff Okudah to switch to free safety and get Will Harris out of Detroit. Okay, you know what, D. Reese? That's a shame. We're not even talking about the game. I wouldn't mind. I think that Jeff Okudah at this point needs to be an asset to the team. So if he is better at safety, you know, I would hate for us to just waste the pick, because now, Mike, you got to be honest, bro. Jeff Okudah's net worth is negative right now. Like, seriously, bro.
Yeah, Melifon would look better than he did with his 12 snaps.
Facts.
It is what it is. And then he have that injury. Can he come back to the form that he was underperforming?
Yeah. And speaking of that, we got rid of Mr. Quitter. Jamie Collins was cut earlier this week, bro. Yeah. Quitter, man, which we talked about it earlier. For those of you joining us late, Trey Flowers is out for the 2nd week in a row. Yay. Mike, I don't know if there's been any listed injury for Trey Flowers. I mean, because it's looking like he might be on his way out. Shout out to TROXEL'S Sports Talk. Said it last week. Bold prediction, he was out.
I said it too, man. I said after we lost last week, I said Jamie Collins and Trey Flowers could be on their way out. Jamie Collins released. Trey Flowers, you could get something for Trey Flowers. You can get
absolutely
for Trey Flowers. It's a little bit different, and it's not going to hurt the other team and our team if we trade him. Dead cap hits $5 million. It's not that big of a deal.
He is the last of the Mohegans.
The last
Patriot.
one.
Yeah.
Last one. Send him to another team. Let's get some draft capital for Trey Flowers. He's not helping our team out. I'd rather see the young guys anyways. I'm tired of not seeing an Austin Bryant or a Julian Akwara not suited up because we have Trey Flowers on the field. Trey Flowers is not the future. We got to see what we got with these 2 guys.
Yeah,
sit on the field just like we did with Derek Barnes. Same thing.
Yeah, and Derek straight earned his way back to that spot. Mike, are you more pleased with Alex Anzalone after last week's performance, or Anzalone after last week's performance?
Look, I am going to be critical when a player is being terrible, and I'm going to be happy when the player is doing well. He played well last week. Hopefully he can duplicate that success this week. It's just one game, but hey, you take game by game, and I think having Jalen Reeves-Maybin and Derek Barnes next to him definitely helped. It definitely made, I don't know, maybe maybe Jamie Collins was a lot worse behind the scenes than we thought. You know, maybe he's one of those negative guys.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
I don't really know, Ben.
Yeah. I think he just was like, you know, pouting until it was time to go. Like whenever you quit on the team, bro, at that moment, you got to be cut immediately, bro. Like there's no way that you even keep the respect of the locker room quitting on your friend on your team. And I think all these guys were brought in. And even Trey Flowers, man, like Trey's maybe not vocal about it, but I think when Matt left, Patricia, that is, I think all of them was like, because let's be honest, bro, that's why they came. That's why they came, all of them. Harmon. We had another linebacker from New England. I cannot remember this guy's name to save my life. He plays for another team now. But we had just because remember, Mike, we signed 2 New England linebackers in like 2 days. And
all New England's.
Yeah, I think Collins was one of them. So
and New England's looking really good without Tom Brady, aren't they? I mean, they're looking like they're just the greatest team over there with their 1 win. No, you can't dump every veteran, but you dump veterans that are not good. Jamie Collins clearly was not good. I mean, I don't. Trey Flowers hasn't done anything. What has he done? Nothing this year.
Yeah, Terrence, it's not that, bro. It's not like guys are becoming vocal that they don't want to be here. And let's not forget that we had 16, I repeat, 16 New England Patriots on this team from ex-New England, from Danny Amendola to Harmon to Trey to Collins and Justin Coleman. That's 5 right there. We had 16 former Patriots on this team. They all came because of Matt Patricia. They all came because they bought in to what he was preaching. Now, one by one, they're all, you know, making their way out. And I should say we're down. So it could be something that, let's be honest. Do you think Trey Flowers comes here if Matt Patricia isn't here? No, he doesn't. So I
weird.
don't think we're dumping players. I think players are vocalizing that they don't want to be here anymore, or they just don't fit. They just don't fit. So I think that's what it is.
You know, it's weird that players would actually come here for Matt Patricia. It's like those weird people that dress up in all leather and they do weird stuff and they enjoy pain. They're like, yeah, this feels so good.
Fucking stupid, bro.
That's what these players are like. Why would you come here to enjoy pain? What's wrong with you, man? I don't want none of that freaky stuff over here, man. Get out of here.
Yeah. So now it's time for him to go. I believe so. He's on year 3. Really hasn't been. I wouldn't even label him an asset, man. To me, he hasn't been on the field enough. I mean, when he's out there, fumble, sack, hands to the face. First time in his career. So for me, I wouldn't be mad. We overpaid him. That was the biggest gripe. He was 7.5 sack guy. I think him and Romeo had 7.5 sacks like the same year. So we paid him $90 million, and I think that was all Patricia's doing, man. I do, but he's on his way out, and he's going to be part of the old regime, and we're going to let that go. So Terrence says, until the Lions defense turns in 4 quarters of effort, can we expect every close game to slip through our fingers? Man,
not
that's
everyone. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But Mike, 4th and 19, we do.
God, I knew it. The moment that they converted that, I knew my soul was dead.
Yeah.
I knew it was the end.
Well, for me, it was when they didn't call it a delay game. I said it's over. It's over because Justin Tucker is gonna seal this thing.
I was like, this 4th and 19, he throws it, convert it. No, right then and there.
Man, I couldn't watch a kick like for a day and a half, man. I literally had to close my eyes, bro.
Oh man, it was brutal. I think we're gonna win some. Look, it's gonna happen. I don't think we're a good team. Like I said, I started the season at 5 and 6 wins. Maybe ends up being 3 to 4 or something like that. But there'll be I don't know, man. We're definitely going to lose a lot of games, and we will lose some close ones, but maybe sneak out a win here and there. Like today, I have the Lions winning 24-23.
Now, we've been doing this. We've been doing this all week because we are still looking for that first win. So, Mike, since we're talking about it, man, let me get rid of this comment. Since we're talking about it. Now, this is minus the Minnesota Vikings. I thought I put that one on here. All right, so we are done with the Green Bay Packers on the road. The Baltimore Ravens, the San Francisco 49ers at home. We have not won a home game in what seems like forever, bro. Like, I don't even remember our last home game win. I don't. Anybody in the chat remembers, let me know. So we have coming up next the Minnesota Vikings, and that is Is that home, Mike? I don't remember, bro.
I don't have the schedule on hand.
I know we don't have any. You know what? I think I got the other one here. I know we don't have any back-to-back home games except the Thanksgiving game. Here we go. I'll bring this one in. All right, that one's better.
That's better.
Okay. All right. So right now we've got the Minnesota Vikings, and that is on the road. That's in U.S. Bank Stadium. Yeah, that's at U.S. Bank Stadium.
That's a loss.
The Bengals are at home.
That's a loss.
It's a loss, but yeah. So we have no back-to-backs until, well, you can't see my cursor, but anyway, November 20, Thanksgiving, Mike will be at that game, and December 5th against the Vikings. Yikes! Okay, this is the one with the Broncos on it. Yeah, it's
rough,
so
man. It's a tough schedule.
It is
so
very
bad for us.
Oh my God! So Mike, you don't think we can beat the Eagles?
This is going to be our luck, folks. Deshaun Watson gets traded to the Eagles.
Oh God!
He'll be
Mike,
starting that game.
As soon as he gets traded, he's on the exempt list. So why haven't the commissioner even put him on it, bro? Like,
because there's right now it's not a criminal offense. This is just a financial. This is just they're trying to get money, but there is an investigation with the FBI, but nothing has come up.
I heard they can't
really do anything yet right now.
Okay, because it's not. I gotcha. Because it's allegations.
It's allegations.
It's not like Kareem Hunt where you had proof of what happened.
Yeah.
It's not like
there's not a video recording of him laying back on a chair with his hands behind his head with a big smile on his face.
Man, yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. I don't know, man. I know the Eagles. What the owner said? Hey, somebody said, have at it. To let it fly.
Hey, if they had Michael Vick who killed a bunch of dogs and was in prison for 2 years, so no doubt about it that they would bring in Deshaun Watson. I'm not saying it's a bad move. I'm just saying they will go for players like that have issues.
Man, Nick with a good question says, what is Tracy Walker's future in his team? I say dim. I really say dim, bro. Tracy Walker.
I don't think I think he'll be on this team next year, but he's not the future. I don't think he's future safety for this team. I think our future safeties, plural, is in this upcoming draft.
Yeah, Mike. What do you think we take? Honestly, what do you think the Detroit Lions take with their first 2 picks?
Okay, honest. I'll be honest. This is what I think they'll honestly do. Not what I want, but I think they're going to do. They'll go with the best defender with that first pick. That could be it. It just depends where we're at. You know, if it's Thibodeau, if he's there, they'll take him just like we would have took Chase Young.
Oh my God.
But there's a very good safety out there. He's supposed to be a top 5 draft pick. We could go with safety. So just look for the best defender, what I think they're going to do. Or they could go wide receiver. There's a really good one out there. He's a big body guy.
Okay.
But I still think defense. And with that second pick, I think they go linebacker.
Yeah.
And then second round wide receiver. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I still got to go through all the draft prospects, but
so we could get wide receiver, safety, linebacker, or defensive end with the first with the first 3 picks. You think we can go in that direction?
Yeah, because we need. If you look at all our issues, man, pass rush, I think again Trey Flowers is going to be. He's not going to be a Detroit Lions. That's going to be an empty spot. You're probably going to see a player like, I don't know, maybe an Austin Bryant or another guy like a Julian Aguara. Maybe he doesn't do well this year. Is not a Detroit Lion at that point. They'll need to get another defender. You're going to see that, I think, hands done after this year. So maybe later in the draft, they go interior defensive line, just depending. They need a linebacker. We all know this. Jalen Reeves-Maybin's not the future linebacker for this team. Alex Anzalone's not the future linebacker for this team, so they'll go ahead and go linebacker. And we need 2 safeties, folks. Safety is a priority, so we need to get a safety early. It will be an early safety in this draft. And we need a number 1 wide receiver, so we'll go early wide receiver. So I think defensive line, safety, linebacker, wide receiver, those will be within the first three picks. Those will be the positions we go for.
Yeah. Chase, what's up, Chase? Says Detroit will probably get at Fields all afternoon. That O-line and play calling is trash. Fire Nagy. Yeah, I think Nagy's this year's Patricia. I really do, especially with the NFC. He's been on the hot seat for a while, and I think maybe a couple more losses they let him go, man. I wonder if the GM gets fired as well, Pace.
Well, he could be fired after Thanksgiving.
I think so.
That could be it when he loses at Ford Field.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
So, yeah, I would expect the NFC North is going to be quite different next year. You're going to look at, I think you're going to have an utter rebuild in Chicago. It's going to be just like we did this year. It's going to be rebuild in Chicago. Minnesota Vikings, if they don't make the playoffs, I think Mike Zimmer's going to get fired, even though I do like him as a coach.
Wow.
I think he's going to be gone because their fans are really upset. I was on a podcast with the Vikings just about a week ago, and he's on the hot seat. And then the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers and Devonta Adams going to be gone, man. So this could really be a chance for the Detroit Lions to make some real noise next year. And everyone says there's no way. Well, when you got the draft picks and $100 million in cap, there's a way.
Yeah, and the turnover, bro. Like, it's about to be huge. It's like Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, they both want to play on the same team. So hey, have fun signing both of them guys. And then like you said, Matt Nagy is probably on his way out. Justin Fields taking over. They haven't had a solid quarterback in a long time over there. And maybe Jay Cutler was doing his thing for a little bit, and that's not saying a lot. And then the Minnesota Vikings. I know Kurt's your guy, but I think he's when his contract is over. Yeah.
I know they drafted a quarterback, I think, in the 3rd round last year.
What was it, Mon? It was
that
Kellen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's Kurt's last year in Minnesota, and I like him, man. You all know, everyone knows I like Kirk Cousins. There's no hate there. Hopefully he goes to a team where he can compete, maybe like the Indianapolis Colts. He'll go over there, and he would do really good over there. But yeah, I think Green Bay will be in a rebuild mode. I mean, when Aaron Rodgers is not there, they're not a good team. We all know this. Jordan Love's not the answer. We've seen him play. He's not good. and Chicago Bears in a rebuild, and Minnesota Vikings. I don't think they'll be in a rebuild. I think it's like a retool. They have a lot of talent on that team.
Yes, they do.
I think it's just more of a coaching.
Really? So you think Zimmer is the problem?
Well, look, they got talent. I don't know what else to say. They draft really well in Minnesota. I don't care what people, think about the Vikings, but they have drafted really well. They got talented players on that team.
Yeah.
But they're just not winning. So what else could it possibly be?
I think it's Kirk Cousins, bro.
It's a mixture of Kirk Cousins.
Because he was that guy that was, meh in Washington. I'm not sure how he got that big old payday. I don't know, bro. Like I know he came in for RG3 and then, had a flash and next thing you know, he's overpaid in Minnesota. So I agree that it's going to be the Detroit Lions time is going to be in the next couple of years, man, like where they could really take this thing over. Partly Cloudy says question, if Stafford goes to win the Super Bowl and MVP this year, holy smokes. How bad would that make this organization look?
Look, Matthew Stafford wasn't going to win here in Detroit. We don't have the talent to win here. He went to a different team. I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl, man. I don't. I really don't, folks. In 4 weeks, they've had 3 home games. In the one road game, they should have lost, but Carson Wentz got injured, kept turning the ball over at the freaking 1-yard line twice.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm not crowning these guys. Remember in 2011, we went 5-0. I'm not going to crown any team until I see it. You got to prove it.
When we lost to the Niners, man, it seemed like it all fell apart. I mean, we went 11-5 that year, I think, but it seemed like it all fell apart. I agree, partly Cloudy. I think at this point, can you make the organization look any worse? I mean, seriously, the moment he left, no, like for real, man, the moment he left and he threw his first touchdown pass, from that point on, he's become the darling of the NFL. And then he threw his first touchdown pass, and it was over after that, bro. So I really don't think that you can make the Detroit Lions organization look any worse than it already is.
You hear about Stafford. He's got 9 touchdowns.
One interception.
One interception and
which was against the Colts.
900 some yards. That's all you hear about Stafford. Well, you don't hear about Kyler Murray. He's got 1,005 yards. He's got 10 touchdowns, 7 passing, 3 rushing, 3 interceptions. You're not hearing about that, and their team's 3-0. So, I mean, it's media narrative. That's what it is.
Yeah, what's up, Ryan? Lisa, what's going on? Hope to see you in a few. Nick says Stafford is literally throwing touchdowns to wide open people. Out of the 9 touchdown passes that he has, Nick, 6 of them have been to wide open. When I say wide open, bro, I'm talking about there's not a defender within 15 yards of the receiver. Like, have you ever seen people get this wide open? Playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like, defensive line is stout, secondary, everything. And even Deshaun Watson got past that secondary. It's crazy. Crazy.
Look, it's going to, like I said, I'm not crowning them yet. 3 home games in 4 weeks. Tell me what happens when it's December, when they're going to different areas. Tell me when we're winning road games against competitive football teams, not at home, on the road.
Absolutely. And what, Mike, as much as I'll be trying to avoid, what's up, Dave? I don't think I've seen you before. It says spot on assessment of Kirk Cousins. The Vikings came off the rails with that contract he was given. Yeah, but you know what, Dave? Then they extended him, bro. They gave him $84 million guaranteed, and then they extended this guy. To me, Mike, I know, like I said, I know he's kind of, kind of like a local hero, but do you think Kirk Cousins was overpaid?
He puts up a lot of good yards over there in Minnesota. He puts up a lot of good yards. A lot of people think he's arrogant. He's not. He is the most humblest guy on the planet. This dude is if you knew who he was, he gets a bad rap from the media. Come from Holland Christian, very Christian-y guy, very, very humble, donates a lot of money to our local hospital here in Holland, is just a very good dude. Do I think that he got overpaid? Maybe he got overpaid, but all quarterbacks get overpaid. That's just the way how it works in the NFL. I think Kirk can be successful if he's going to a good situation, to a good team, kind of like, Jared Goff. If he was on the Rams, he'd be pretty good. I think Kirk Cousins is the same type of quarterback. I think he can win it, but he makes big plays, but he can make some dumb plays too.
Man, you know, I mean, good Lord, StreamYard showing everything. So listen, let's talk about the Rams for a minute since they're the subject of conversation. Then we'll wrap this thing up. Arizona today, Mike. I'm taking the Cardinals, bro. Obviously.
I'm taking Cardinals. Let's go, Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray. It's time to shut these people down.
Absolutely. Seattle, Nick. I think Seattle plays well on Thursday. I'm hoping for them to get the win as well.
Yep, Seattle wins.
New York is going to get annihilated. Yeah, we're going to get annihilated.
Yep, I agree.
I'll be there to see that. Hi. And I might stream live from the game, y'all, on my raggedy T-Mobile network. Houston Texans. That's a dub.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. Yeesh.
I think they can win that game too because it's at LA. I think if it's at Tennessee, maybe they take the L, but it's I think they can win.
Division game. San Francisco at
Levi
San Francisco.
Stadium.
Yeah.
That could be a mixture.
Yeah.
You know, it could
depends
go
on what
way.
how the San Francisco 49ers are rolling. You know, Nick Bosa's going to be all up in his face. This game right here, I can't wait to this one. The Green Bay Packers. I'm not going to root for Aaron. I will not do that. I'll just stay, keep my mouth shut in that regard. But this is going to be a good one because Stafford's record against Aaron Rodgers is pathetic. So
Aaron Rodgers and the refs are a good combination too. Listen.
That's right. That's
so,
right. That's
sorry,
who
Stafford. You don't got that. That's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you ain't. I'll root for the refs that game. Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a dub. Arizona Cardinals at Arizona. Hopefully, these two could be losses. Hopefully. Yep. What do you think about the Vikings here? Week 16, Mike.
You know what? That's funny, man, because the Minnesota Vikings offense is very star power right now. Like, they're putting up a ton of points. And I think that could be an upset where the Vikings could win because it's not like the Rams will put up points, but so is Minnesota. They're putting up a ton of points. I know they're 1-2, but, man, they really got a very powerful offense. It's a very good offense.
They do. That would be a nice little upset right there at US Bank Stadium. Baltimore Ravens. I think the Rams can beat them, bro. You can pass all on this team. So I think
I have the Ravens winning this game. It's at Baltimore.
At Baltimore. Well, I hope so. I mean, I don't want them to win a single game. And then this game right here, I'm calling it right now, is flex to the Sunday night game. I'm calling this right now. They will flex this game to like they always do. There's no game on there's no late game period, and this will be it. I'm calling it right now. So with that being said, man, that don't seem like a Super Bowl team to me. But then again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had to play every game on the road, and then not only hosted the Super Bowl, but won it. So you never know, man. You never know. Mike, we didn't really talk about today's game because it's really not much to talk about. I mean, we need to win, and that's it.
It's got to be a win. What do you guys think? Who's going to win this game? Put it in the comment section. Bold prediction as well. I do have the Lions winning. What's up, Chicago Bears 24-7?
What's up, Chicago? What's good, man?
What's going on, man? Bro? We gotta link up one of these times. I do have the Lions winning in a close one, 24-23. With that said, I'm not confident. So if I say 51%.
Mike, when was the last time you was confident, bro? Be real. When was the last time you said we got this?
Oh, I was confident in the last 3 losses. I was confident in those losses. I was very confident.
I said when. I said when. When were you confident that we were going to win?
When the Lions went to Green Bay, I think it was 2 years ago, and we won like 31-0 with Matt Prater throwing a touchdown.
Oh, I didn't even watch that game, bro. Is that the one? Is that when Matthew Stafford called a touchdown pass when everybody was catching?
Yeah, Matt Prater and yep.
I didn't even watch that game. I was so done. That was 2019 because 2020's. Wait a minute, that was 2018. That was 18 because 19
years ago.
Stafford was hurt, and 20 it wasn't last year. That was 2000. I did not watch that.
Pat McAfee was calling the game.
Yeah, yep, that was 18. 18. Well, everybody's saying, okay, let me see. We got okay, Bear said, oh, of course, Chicago Bear. Let's start with Nick. Nick says 21-17 Lions. Chicago, all bias here, says 24-21 Bears. What's up? Megs Weedy says Lions 22, Bears 13. James says Lions 28, Bears 14. Jim says Dub Bears 21-17. And Daniel says 28-14 as well. So a lot of people looking like it is the Lions. Crusader says 34-28. So we got the Lions winning. Even David says 24-7 Detroit Lions.
Hey, it's Ghosted Judah Tribe.
Judah Tribe with the don't know. What's up, fam? Says can't spell Lions without L. Hey, that's all facts, bro. We had never. But listen. At the same time, Judah, your logo right there look like a toilet seat, bro. That's a bidet right there. At the end of that thing, that's a little bidet right there, bro. So appreciate the don't know. A lot of love between Smack Talking Detroit Lions fans and division rivals. But
a lot of people don't like him. He's just misunderstood.
Oh, no, Judah's a character, bro.
He's funny.
He's an absolute character. Laugh. Absolutely, man. But we love the love and the rivalry, and we gonna keep it that way. Bears about to feast. Hey, we ain't beat y'all, but one time in Nagy's era or Matt Patricia's era. So we need to win this game. But with that being said, man, you guys are awesome, Mike. Let them know what you're doing in about an hour, bro.
In about an hour, well, a little bit less than that. We're doing a live watch party on my channel, Detroit Lions versus Chicago Bears. It's going to go crazy. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be depressing all at one time. Right after it, we'll have a video breaking it down about 15, 20 minutes after it. And then after that, get back onto the Gridiron Blitz channel for the post-game show.
Absolutely, and I'll be doing the same. You guys like to get yelled at, you don't, and all that stuff. Come on over to me, because that's what I'm gonna do when this game starts to go downhill. Mike is a little more subdued, a little more civil. Me, on the other hand, not so much. So we got two different styles, man. We'll both be on, and like you said, we'll be back as well. So with that being said, you guys are awesome, man. Lions win this game and get their first win of the season and their first win in 11 tries dating back to last season. Our last win against the Chicago Bears, the first game Matt Patricia was fired. So Darrell Bevell was the first week in December. So Mike, it's been 10 months since the Lions had a W next to their name. Bro, that's I'm telling you. The more you talk about it, the worse it makes you feel. But we'll see y'all in a little bit, man.